Hey guys, how's it going? It's about 6:20. Got here a little later today. Had to run to Home Depot. I've been just getting really frustrated with stuff sliding around on the sawhorses. So I went and I got some of this stuff. I've never put this on sawhorses before. It's basically sandpaper. So I'm going to be careful not to put too much force to make something slide, though it's oak, so I'm not too worried about it. But this is the stuff I picked up, and it has a real strong adhesive backer, and I just put that on top of the sawhorse. So now it's like a real, especially this direction, is what really matters. It's like super solid, doesn't want to slide at all. It's like every time I was putting pressure on stuff, it was moving. It was really irritating me. So, and this piece here, I'm working on laying out. It was actually really curvy piece. I'm not sure if I can get down here so you can see it. So this piece has like some twist to it. You can kind of see. And it was really a lot more out of square than the other ones. You can see that it's just like not a square piece, and I've never done what I'm doing now with knee braces before, because the places that I've worked, I've always had we had like a joiner. Me and another guy would run pieces like this across and make one edge perfectly square, and then we had a big planer. It was like a Powermatic that we could then run, because we had two faces that were perfectly square to each other. We could then run that through the planer, and all of our brace stock, it was at least two faces were completely parallel, and anything, you know, square like this would be S4S. All sides were square to each other. So I'm trying to think about how to deal with stuff that's out of square, twisted, because there's going to be a good bit of it in this frame, because it's rough-sawn, local mill, white oak. It's going to move. Our stuff's already moving on the pile, which is fine. And there are cool ways to deal with that when you don't have joiner tables and big planers and stuff like that. So what I did was I snapped a line. You can see this blue line, and I leveled it out. I have a plane here. There's a line snapped on both sides. So I have a line snapped on this side and this side, and then I kind of leveled the piece, averaging the twist out of it. Then I drew a level line. After this was plumb, when I leveled it, I drew a level line across. Then I snapped another line on there. So I have these two planes on this piece that are perfectly square to each other. So that then becomes my reference edge. So there's an imaginary line inside of this that intersects with this plane and this plane. That's the Eris, the reference edge. So all my layout is coming off of these snap lines. And the first one I laid out, I was just making that the 0. And then my nosing would have been proud on the knee brace, and I would have changed that. I would have had to reduce that. It would have been extra work, and I didn't really like how I think it would have turned out. So, and I already knifed it, so that was a mistake. It was getting kind of late last night when I knifed it. I shouldn't have done it, but I decided I'm going to shift that so that this is still my line that I'm doing all the layout from, but instead of it being 0, it's like a 1/4 inch pass. So I just measure a 1/4 inch back. So that's like the normal like edge of timber where it would have been, which is just right off the edge there. So it's not going to be much different than the others. And so now I'll still have like that little 1/2 inch nosing. This is the tenon coming off. This is the shoulder. So the shoulder stayed in the same place. The nosing here, the 1/2 inch housing, it would have been proud like another half an inch or so. So I didn't want that to happen. So now I've switched it. This is gonna be my new line. I'm gonna knife it. I feel like it was a good piece to practice this concept on, because I've done it in bigger pieces before, and I know I'm gonna have to do it, you know, over on those big pieces, 7x7s, 8x8 posts. So yeah, it's a cool concept, and I am looking forward to using it for layout in more of the frame.